Good morning, Nova.
Good morning.
When you notice that people are having a conversation, what can you do? What can you do? You can maybe just wait a little bit, that's right, because normally we will notice if there's somebody waiting, and then when we're finished we will turn to you.
My name's Sarah Kay. I'm the teacher in charge at Rona Glen Preschool. The professional reading that we've done to better understand how students learn is a wide reading. We're very interested as a staff team in brain plasticity. So we've been reading The Brain That Changes Itself. Norman Doidge has summarised a lot of great research in that area.
I would really like to work on and work with you on looking at the research that we've been reading about.
Yep.
And looking at what activities can you apply, what activities actually apply to that research. So if we're talking about the importance of music and the impact it has on the brain, how does that happen? But also then practical, like this music we could look at.
So what does this look like at preschool?
Yeah.
So it's quite a direct link between what we're reading as research and evidence-based development for kids, and then what it looks like in the preschool.
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
match them up.
We are inspired by and implement in our practice the writings and research of Dr. Carol Dweck and her book Mindset, which encourages us to be more authentic in terms of our feedback to children about their learning. I really like the way that you always seem so comfortable with the children, and you've always got time to actually talk with each child and follow up on their interests. Like they're never left kind of not feeling noticed or not feeling nourished, unless that's actually good for their development, which also happens too.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So the activities that you'll see around preschool are generally child generated, and that's what we want. If the learning is coming from their own experiences, their own sharing, then they're going to be more meaningful for them. Have you been camping before, Kaya? Yeah, what's happened for you when you went camping? Just wait 1 second while we listen to Kaya, and we'd love to hear from you later. Also, what was interesting was actually using questioning, open-ended questioning. My urge was to jump in and to phrase what I thought she was thinking, but actually it was very different when I actually just listened to her, and that's part of our practice as a teacher, is to base our next step for a child's learning on what we actually hear from them. We have to practice really strong, active, patient listening skills in order to better get to know our students, and then we know more accurately what the next step for that child will be. Tell me, where does your pterodactyl live?
In a cubby house.
In a cubby house. That's awesome. What does the cubby house look like?
Pink.
Pink. Great.
Purple.
Oh, fantastic. Could you make that or draw that so that I can see it properly as well? Great. That'll be really interesting. Is a hard and fast rule the best thing for children's learning? Or do we actually need to reflect on rules that we've come up with as preschool educators and see whether there's room to move that might actually have some benefits for the children's learning? Because, as a lecturer of mine once said, whoever is doing the thinking is doing the learning. And if we've already pre-thought and pre-figured out every possible challenge and safety scenario for the children in our care, well, we've done all the thinking and we don't need to be doing the learning at our age. It's the 4-year-olds that do.
Should the feedback we provide students always be based on what is correct? What research have you found useful in understanding how students learn?